Welcome to what many call the greatest setting in college football. Husky Stadium in Seattle settled nicely between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains, and it doesn't get much better or much louder than this. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Badgers will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Washington Huskies offense will get the first crack at it here. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too. I swear, when you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. He's got an open man. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. The Huskies have this offense rolling. Going up top on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Got a lot of running room. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And here's the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
Looking for space. It's Price. He is going nowhere. stop at the line of scrimmage. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's got his man. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Fourth down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Finds his man and they convert. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
On target. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep.
Yeah, it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the brim. When you toss it out there, your running back, he gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left too.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies. On to attempt the try. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to run for it. And the Badgers have enough for the 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll do it himself. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Leaves it with the back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Fires to the middle. It's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Badgers are marching down the field. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll throw it on first down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And that's just pure speed off the line of scrimmage. That offensive tackle had no shot. Barely even got a hand on that D-end as he came around the outside.
Dialing up a second down pass play. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And this offense has gotten off to a good start on third down, but this is a different deal on third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Finds a man on the left. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. And he's brought down. Gets the ball back for its own. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
The give to the left. At the 45 on its way. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. This offense has a second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
He'll turn it loose out to the right. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. on the move. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Husky. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
He's looking to throw it. Got him downfield. Oh, look out, there he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Badger.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. He's gonna pass. Feeling some heat. Short gain on the play before he slides. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Fires to the big fella. On the move at the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Makes his connection. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. We're down to 12 seconds to go before halftime. As they take over 1st and 10, they'll need to move quickly. From the gun, running back on the move. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. He's got his man. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He's looking for a man on second down. Lofts one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. If you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job at pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quickly complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. And the Badgers moving quickly to the line. To the ground with the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. They're trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And this is the type of defense that have made the Huskies a factory for pro players.
Yeah, and Reese, when I think about Washington football, I think about defense. I think about right place, right time, great thought process, just physical, make you earn everything they get every single year.
And they can't make the play on third down. The Badgers will punt this one away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
You're right, absolutely. Slide, don't take the extra punishment. You just give up on the play.
Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
And you see the wide receiver, he's got to push up field, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
They'll try to power their way ahead. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Now, I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Looking to scramble. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Fast motion from the offense. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Troy was able to walk off the field there in Veterans Memorial Stadium with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They come to the line hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. Wants to fire on second down. Scrambling away. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drop.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Washington hoping to make this defense bow down in the red zone. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking off. He wants to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hurtado. And the returner will be knocked down. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. And the Badgers want to pick up the tempo. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Buys a little time. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. Hit the afterburners, kid. The 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Wisconsin. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Fires to the tight end. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying play action. Hit as he throws. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Huskies. Reeled it in and just made the house call. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score. Washington, 42.
He'll bring it out. It's Hurtado. I know he thinks he can house every return. Just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Makes the catch and knock down. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Badgers want to move quickly.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Release to the back. Got his man in the middle. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I was starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football, and making sure I was in bounds.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. The Badgers are on the move. He wants to throw it again. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 2nd down, he'll fire. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. The offense lining up for a 1st down play.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. They came into this game with plenty of people putting them on upset alert, and they were ready for the challenge.
And they passed it with flying colors. And this is what you want to do as a team. You want to make these little statements across the season. And they proved, Palmer, the difference between them and the other team being ranked is wide, and there's a reason why.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equally, and they showed that here today. Dominating in all 3 phases. This is a team everybody needs to look at.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Chunked it away just as he was hit.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds it back in the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. He wants to throw, getting some heat. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He makes the connection.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get it done.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.